है कि बहुत सारे निवेशक हैं जो बाज़ार में, वो म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट किया उन्होंने, आप भी 20-22 साल से कर रहे हैं, इन्वेस्टर्स भी 22 साल से SIP कर रहे हैं, अब उनका कॉन्फिडेंस बन गया है म्यूचुअल फंड तो सही है। अब मैं जो विटनेस कर रहा हूँ, व्हाट माय टीम इज़ विटनेसिंग इज़ ह्यूज वैल्यू माइग्रेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ पीपल मूविंग फ्रॉम म्यूचुअल फंड एंड एडिंग अप इन PMS एंड AIF ऑल्सो। तो आप हमसे बात कर, कैन यू टॉक टू अस एंड टेल अस व्हाट इज़ द रीज़न, एंड थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में आप कैन यू थ्रो सम मोर लाइट्स कि ये इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स जो हैं ये इन्वेस्टर को कैसे देखना चाहिए और कैसे अपने वेल्थ को एनहांस करना चाहिए थ्रू दिस इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स, न्यू इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स।
आई थिंक as much my reading is while the PMS and AIF industry is growing, I think the mutual fund industry is also growing, and to that extent, as we were discussing and you said that it's both mutual fund and PMS,
right?
But I think more and more PMS and AIF industry is becoming more relevant for HFI.
Right.
I'll tell you why. And in my experience, over years, as the size of the mutual fund industry has grown, also the regulations have grown, and to that extent, the ability to take risk or the ability to take active risk on the mutual fund portfolio have reduced over time.
I see.
And to that extent, there are set of investors who would look for portfolios for stocks which are fairly different from index or can be very differently weighted. They might be part of index, but the weightages of those stocks in the portfolio can be very different. What I meant is, if somebody wants a higher active risk, I think PMS and AIF has been the journey for those investors. So I think it is, investors already have experience, as you rightly said, equity. They have understood the risk of equity, but also the potential returns for equity. I think I go one step ahead saying, if you can create a portfolio of a higher conviction ideas, there is a potential of higher returns with obviously a higher risk.
Right.
I think people are wanting that product also, and that's how they are getting attracted to the PMS.
I think the other thing is also, I think to my mind, there are a lot of investors who are maybe a retail investor, small investor, like our brothers and sisters, like auto rickshaw walas and all that, and their hard-earned money is invested in mutual fund, 5,000, 10,000 rupees, a very small amount. So even if the fund manager wants, he cannot afford to take too much of risk and go beyond the benchmark and pick up some new ideas and put into. Is that true?
No, I think that's a mandate also. You have to understand that mutual fund is playing a particular role in the overall, and we are playing a very different role. So PMS AIF is a different role to play. Mutual fund is doing what it is doing and is right for its set of investors. Right. It is for the investor who wants product which is fairly different from mutual fund, for whom a boutique products are getting created in the PMS AIF.
Right.
So there is a lot of customization. There is a lot of it's not only about sector weightages. It can be stock calls. It can be sector calls also. It can be mid cap, small cap. So we have products like PIPE which invests into small cap, which goes on to become mid cap. So I think what the beauty of PMS AIF part of the industry is the ability to customize for the client, whereas mutual funds will remain the mass market.
Sure.